What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Prime Moments icons and just about everything you need to know for when it comes out tomorrow. A lot of the icons today we've seen drop down a lot, and honestly, it's kind of expected. However, we have potentially the mid-icon SBC as well as Prime Moments coming out tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Do know what's going to happen with the bigger icons. However, for smaller icons, I'm really not sure how the market's going to react. Because with the mid icons, if we do get the mid icon SBC, they're in the SBC. However, they're not in packs anymore, which means is the demand going to level out for them or what? As we're probably going to get a bigger supply in the mid icon SBC than we would normally. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. But here today, we have the graph of icons. And as you can see where the mouse is, this was earlier today. And the icon market has kind of sunk down a little bit. Today we have a lot going down, 5-10%, as well as a few going up. But more often than not, we're seeing a lot of the mids drop down a lot, as well as primes getting panic sold. It's really interesting. A few I can mention are like the Maldini. I had a Maldini. He's about 2.8 mil right now, as well as just other ones. They're dropping down a lot. We see a Prime R9. He's dropped down about a mil. I mean, you could get him for 9 mil. The other day, you could probably get him for 10. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. As far as players leaving packs, this was a baby Eusebio, and as I was saying before, this happened for all the very meta, high-priced icons. The 22nd, or around this time, I believe this is when the icons, the prime icons were supposed to get into packs. Right here you can see the week leading up, Eusebio dropped, and as soon as Baby's left packs, he actually rose up quite a lot, and I think the same thing's gonna happen with all the middle, like the very good middle icons. As far as the icon SBC, for the base icon SBC, it came out the 22nd. It wasn't really expected. However, Eusebio did rise up, even though he was in those packs. Maybe just demand. That it's a little hard to judge off of that. Taking a look, we'll look at another guy who is pretty decently meta. Looking at another guy who was meta at a base was Dalglish. We'll take a look at him. So we got the SBC actually coming in right here. He actually did drop in price a lot, but the week of, when we did get primes, he actually did rise up to 1.4, 1.5 from 1.3. So again, that was another good example there. However, taking a look at some of the other babies, we'll take a look at Roberto Carlos, who is a lot lower in price. He was common too because he was a icon swap too. Looking at him now, he's 500k. When the SBC did come out, which was about here, you could see he rose up as well. He went from 520 to 550. Not as big as a jump as some other ones, but still, he did rise up quite nicely, and you probably were able to sell him for a little bit more during the day. Footbin only takes the average prices. As far as the base icon pack, we saw right here, he actually rose as well, which was kind of surprising. So a lot of these mid icons, these base icons, they might actually rise with the mid icon SBC. However, we just have a lot of panic right now. But I'm saying once Friday hits and the promo's out and we do get the SBC, I think all the icons are going to rise up quite nicely. As far as actual primes go, when primes first came out, they were very expensive the day of. They did fluctuate quite a lot, and a trend for most of them we saw was they actually were more expensive on the second day, and that's usually how it is for any new cards. You get them right away, and they tend to actually rise up in price. We saw that with Team of the Year Virgil van Dijk. The first day he was like 3-ish mil, and he jumped up about another million overnight, which was pretty crazy. As far as any other primes, we can take a look at some of the bigger ones here. We'll look at Eusebio's prime at 93 rated. Looking at him right now, 7.2 mil. When he did first come out, he was 9.3, and he actually went up to 9.5. Obviously, these are very expensive ones, but when you're looking at, a card that's at 700k and he goes up 200k overnight, that's a pretty good profit. You just got to be aware of the prices. Obviously, I don't know what they're going to cost, but they are in the game. We've seen some of the ratings. It looks like it's a +1 from their primes, so it should be very interesting. I don't think these cards are going to be very common. Maybe those lower tier icons like a Deco or a Rui Costa, we'll probably see them more common. But when you see a guy like Eusebio, I don't think we're going to see many 94 Eusebios packed. So they are going to be very, very expensive for these really high tier icons. And that'll basically wrap it up for icons. If you do want to stay up to date with what icons come out and what to do with them, join my trading Discord down below. It is 100% free, and I'll be able to give you guys advice from there. Again, it is a little hard to predict what's going to happen being so far away, but we should be able to get a pretty decent idea as we get closer to the promo. So that'll wrap up this video. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like in this video, and if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.